This video is important to everyone, because to master Siege, you need to know your foundations well. Teaching yourself how to multiply, whereas if you cannot do 2 plus 2 is possible, but will make your learning curve way harder. So in this video, we will break up the most issues that new players need to be afraid of, and as well as some issues that are the issues of your bad habits. If I haven't mentioned something in this video, make sure to comment down below, so we as a community can help each other. With having said this, let's get going. And if you want to talk more deep about this, feel free to join my Discord server, link in the comment section. I just need to mention crosshair placement at the very start. A lot of people have issues with the crosshair placement. Get used to having it on the head level. In CQB, do not focus your crosshair as much as you should focus on the target. Whereas on the medium to long range fights, have more focus on the crosshair. The more you play, you will learn when to have crosshair placement on crouch level, but the thing is, for the most of the gunfights, you will benefit from having your crosshair placement on the head level the most. And that is the reason why I'm suggesting you to have it on the head level. One thing about crosshair placement is, if you're struggling with keeping it on the head level, regardless of the distance of the fight, focus on having it on the head level. More advanced crosshair placement comes from vertical angles, but that's a bit more advanced for this video. Now I will start with a bit harder question, and we will both answer it in a bit. Why do some pro players put a Runis gate on the office hatch when it will be wasted with just one flashbang? This is usually done when the objective is in the basement. To answer this, let me ask you a question that you will most likely know. Why do you reinforce snowbill walls when you're defending wine cellar and snowbill if the wall will get opened anyway? Or kitchen hedge on clubhouse when defending arsenal and church if it is going to be hard to impact during that hedge, proving impacts to destroy hard breach tools? I have asked Hedgewig if I can pause this picture because it shows a very important point. Why do you do something if attackers will get through it anyway? Let's answer the kitchen hedge. You're reinforcing the hedge or the snowbill chalet walls to stall the attackers, to force them using utility to get rid of that. They will use time and manpower to get the hedge or the wall opened. The Aruni and the office hedge fall for the same reason. But a bit more reasons why, let's go back to the hedges picture. This picture can be broken in two parts. The first part is, why do bandit trick the CC walls if attackers will get it opened anyway? And the second part is, why do you play vertically if you will be pushed vertically anyway? Focus on two things in this clip. CC to outside walls being opened. Attackers couldn't open it. And Sledge trying to deny the bandit tricking with a frag grenade. But Bandit will be able to deny the Thermite's charge.
It's one to watch out for as the game progresses now. Then Elem's just trying to find a man from underneath with that nade, but will be unsuccessful. The battery will be replaced onto the construction wall. That's just going to hold up Brede for the time being.
When you're bandit tricking, you're forcing Thermite, Thatcher and Zofia or a frag grenade to be focused on you. That's 3 people on you. You're also wasting 1 and usually 2 concuss mines at least for the wall being opened. If you wouldn't be bandit tricking, that wall would be opened with the help of an EMP and that's it. When you're bandit tricking, you're never bandit tricking till the death. In this game, that mentality needs to be followed, especially for the defenders. Your mindset should not be how to stop attackers doing X, but how to prolong them doing the X thing. Back to Bandit. Do you know what usually happens after the CC vault gets opened? Bandit tricks the cache to con walls as he did in the previous clip. Guess what happens now when Zofia used to concuss mines? Sledge is forced to go underneath to get rid of him, and that is only if they have Sledge. As Bandit, you have soaked so many utility at that point. And that's another big thing to consider, the bigger picture. You're playing with 4 other people. The other 4 guys also bring something on the table, and it's usually at least 1 deployable shield and 3 banshees. That's at least 4 explosives on tables, and that is if you don't have Jaeger. So when you're taking the full picture, you have wasted tons of utility for basically quote-unquote free walls. Let me just remind how you occupied at least 3 attackers dealing with just one wall. And if that doesn't sound much, then let's talk about the other part of the picture. Why do you play vertically if you will be pushed anyway? A lot of people think belly tricking is bad, mainly due to you can be easily pushed from below. Let me tell you something, as a defender, you need to play vertically. A lot of the proper teams will have someone around Adam stairs pairing up with the ADSs, or they will have vertical angles on cares to stock, or even someone from the bottom red stairs against the main stairs angle. These players can be hard to push away as an attacker, but most importantly is, you're wasting a lot of time and even more attackers on you. You're playing vertically because you don't want to give them that area for free. That's the definition of roaming. Denying or stalling required map control. Playing vertically on cache and CC is the same as playing horizontally extended on the cafe's kitchen double objective. So yeah, to give the answer to the picture, bandit tricking is viable with the correct mindset, and as well as roaming is viable, and in this case, playing vertically. Another thing what can be dangerous to newer people and that builds bad habit is learning complex things over fundamentals. Sure, you can learn where to put a deployable shield, but if you don't know how a map is being played, then first you won't know how to use that shield to the fullest. Quick question, what's the difference between this aggressive, slightly passive, and super passive shield in the tarps? When would you pick one over another one, or is it the same for you? If you could pick this shield over game shield, when would you pick it and why? If you're unaware of the answers, then this might hurt you in the long run. The basic idea of how to learn to play the game is learn the map layout, then learn how the map is being played properly. From where to expect pushes or from where to expect defenders, and you're not going to learn that by just playing ranked. Then you'll need to learn how to play operators, and finally you can go in depth of more advanced tips, such as roles, angle, placements, and other stuff. Learning how to play castle is all great, but if you don't know what a map looks like, you won't know the practical part of the castle. A lot of new players like to barricade everything around you, as well as to reinforce, and that's not ideal. The main reason for barricading everything all together is that you're not allowing your teammates to play around the map. The main idea behind the fence is to give attackers as least free map control as possible. If you barricade everything up, this just means that your players out of the objective won't be able to fluently move around the map. Many people will still tell you not to reinforce between the bombs, and that's such a bad advice. A lot of objectives need reinforcements between them. What you need to have is a safe and a quick rotation between the objectives. Example taken, if you're defending basement objective, laundry and supply. You usually open here rotation because otherwise, to go from one to another objective, you will have to go through this hallway, which is not just a long rotate, but also that rotation can be denied from this angle, which is called pillars, and this angle, which is called freezer. Remember how attackers need to just plant in one out of two objectives. So the moment no one of you can defend the objective, attackers can just get in and start to plant. An example when reinforcing between the objectives can be found in the clubhouse basement. Usually you reinforce just the middle panel of these walls, and having two rotations like this. The reinforcement is there to allow you to play in where I'm currently, and that's called blue, against church, moto drop, and the triple church walls that usually get opened. The reinforcement makes me safe against the wall bangs from these angles. The rotations are required because from the bottom main stairs, you can deny this hallway. On the other hand, whenever you're done with holding an angle, or done playing around, in an area, you need to let your team know, during late rounds, such as if there are around 16 seconds remaining. You can also barricade the door if you know that no one is in that angle. A lot of stuff is happening in the last 20 seconds, so not needing to worry about your back saves around, similarly how a pro player will do now.
Second time in this matchup.
First time it was unsuccessful. I was expecting maybe 60k to get ultra aggressive there, but of course no one backing him up, so...
Let's talk about the last thing, which is getting out of your comfort zone. You cannot just play one operator. And just because one operator is freshly released, that doesn't mean they are broken or above everyone else. All the 20 basic operators, vanilla operators, are very much viable. Maybe just a few of them are not the meta, but they are still usable, especially in the tiers of the new people. If you want to learn how to play against operators, you need to play with these operators, and to see what is troubling you. Not only that, if you play with the operators, then you know exactly how to synergy between multiple operators, such as how to play with Montaigne, the big shield guy. Or you will know what to expect against Mutant Mozzie combo. Maining a role is good, but maining an operator is not good.